UAB. Now, it's Final Four weekend, of course. That is tomorrow, 2 games, and then the championship game on Monday night. Here is Bob Huggins down in Houston at the it's an NABC convention. Coaches like Akeem Olajuwon, I'm sure Earl Campbell, although I know he might be attending, I'm not sure. Ronnie Lee and his funeral, that is tomorrow in Tyler. But here is Bob Huggins on the field of 68 last night when he was asked about what he thought about the University of Houston. We know how good they've been entering the Big 12.
The Big 12, adding Houston, adding UCF, adding BYU, adding Cincinnati. With these teams in the league, how tough is it going to be, nightly basis, to play all of that?
You want the honest answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Wait. That's why I asked you.
We don't want false.
Hugs, when have you not given an honest answer?
We don't want
I feel sorry for them. They have absolutely no idea what they're getting into. I've been in a lot of leagues. You know that. I've been in a lot of leagues, and I've been in a lot of leagues with the best coaches in America and with the best players in America. And I'm telling you right now, the hardest league that I've ever coached in, ever, and the best fan bases. You go in and they may be 3-17, and they've got 14,000 people sitting in there. I mean, it's unbelievable, the fan support, how good the players are, how good the coaching is. It is such a hard league, and you got to go through it twice. And I'm going to tell you, they're not ready for that.
All right. I was given permission by the field of 68, by the way, to use that audio. And I, again, the schedule's going to be different because there's more teams, and so I don't know about the double. You play everybody twice, but you get the point, Craig and Paul, about Bob Huggins and Houston, who has, of course, been in the top 5, it seems like, for the last 3 or 4 years.
Well, yeah, that was kind of the argument that, when Houston was seated above Kansas as one of the 1 seeds this year, was, well, Kansas had more quad 1 wins and all of this, and Houston, while their record was a little bit better, they didn't have to do every night what Kansas had to do, where they're about to have to. And so it'll be really interesting, especially year 1, where it's not going to be everybody twice, but you're going to have to play 13 other teams, of which only 2 of them are right now not that good, and we don't know what's going to happen. Transfer portal and everything can change everything fast. So this league's going to be a gauntlet. As I do with most things, I completely agree with Bob Huggins.
Yeah, he's always fun to listen to.
Pretty much guarantee that they're going to lose double-digit games for the first time in 8 years or so. 33-4, 32-6, 28-4, 23-8, 33-4, 27-8. That's what they've done since 2017. Single-digit losses in every single year for, 6 years in a row? Y'all think that keeps up? I don't. I mean, maybe depending on their non-conference. But, probably not. I'd say probably not. If it does, then, I don't know, maybe they went clean in the non-con or maybe lost a game and then had a 13-5 Big 12 record. And if they do that, then I'd replay this clip and say, what are you talking about tough? Because that'd be pretty impressive to jump in the Big 12 and go 13-5. I think there's definitely going to be an adjustment for them. But, I mean, Kelvin Sampson's familiar with the Big 12. He's familiar with the territory, and Houston's only going to have more at their disposal than they've had before. I mean, they've been recruiting to the AAC. I don't know how much that makes a difference in the guys that they're looking at now being able to say it's the Big 12, but I imagine it makes some difference. Otherwise, they wouldn't be making the move, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, to have that across their chest and those logos on their gear and all of that and the opportunity to play, Baylor and Texas Tech and all the rest of these teams, Kansas, I think, yes, certainly Kansas State after this year is definitely going to be, a feather in their cap, and I'm sure he'll take full advantage of it, and they'll be rip-roaring ready to go. I mean, of all the teams that I feel you can be the most confident in, I don't know about track and field and things like that, but, I mean, Houston basketball seems like a pretty safe bet to be one of the more seamless transitions, but even still, if the Big 12 truly is America's toughest conference, then, I'd expect there's going to be a couple extra lumps than they're used to receiving here over the last few years. But they'll be good, I'm sure, and they'll be tough for Big 12 teams as well. But, yeah, Huggins sounds like he's having some fun, and that's big words coming from a guy who's seen a lot of basketball.
All right, here's a note.